Maybe women like to work in those labor jobs. Maybe women want to be welders. I literally have a friend who is in welding school right now. She's a beautiful woman. She wants to be a welder.
What's the exactly? How many women want to do that though?
It's got to be less than 5%.
Exactly.
There are women who desire these positions. These women do not want to be men. These women.
So let me tell you what I mean by that.
Want to do these roles.
So can I tell you what I mean by that? When it comes to women, we need each other. I think anybody with a brain know that. I don't think that's like up for debate, and I don't think men ever act like we didn't need women. I think when we forget how things came about, it's like the whole movement. Because there's two types of red pill to me. You got the relationship red pill and you got reality red pill. I feel like I'm a reality red pill. And it's like it's just seeing through the fallacies of life, whether it be spiritually, whether it be economically, whether it be anything in life, you could see through the nonsense. Just look at the higher principle of it. To me, that's red pill. Then you got the red pill that you're strictly focused on the ills of dating. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's like a different sector. But I think when it comes to women, though, I think they have to be honest. Like, I think women have been convinced that being a woman isn't enough. It's like they pick out feminine talking points when it benefits them, but ultimately they don't want to be women. It's like they're mad that they're girls. It's like they always talk about the white society, but most of our issues come from white society. Most of women's talking points and most of women's strength that they brag about is what a white man told them they should be proud of. It's never the fact that I'm a mother. It's never the fact that I'm loving. It's never the fact that I'm caring. It's I'm educated. I have a degree. I can do that. That's white man shit. So it's like we like to pick the white man when it's convenient, then we like to put it down. It's like, yo, pick what is it? Either you with the shit or you not. So if we gonna keep talking all this white man stuff, it's like most of the feminist perspective is a white man's concept. It was a white man that put a battery in black women's back to even feel like her job means so much to the man. Like, that's white people shit. So it's like most of the fucking basis of women's talking points is a white man's hands up there behind making them talk, to be honest. And the same thing goes for some certain men. Oh, I got my job. It's like we're always trying to talk to each other through white people's talking points if we're just honest. You know what I'm saying? Black women, for some reason, a long time ago, been convinced, not just black women, but women in America, period, but it affected black women the most. I feel like they went out their way to being convinced that being a woman isn't enough. They get mad when I don't want to be in a house. I don't want to help. I don't want to be just a mother. I'm more than just a wife. It's like, this is what white folks told y'all. And then you get mad at men because we like, hey, baby, I don't mind you working, but that's not why I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it helps. Great. It's the cost of living is high, of course. And if you go back in history, women always worked. When you look at the farms and all that, women was always a part of the workforce. That's why feminism is its own thing. Feminism and women working are not necessarily synonymous. Working is just a part of being a human. Like, hey, I'm gonna cook, you do the dishes. I'm gonna do the dishes, you cook. Like, that ain't feminism. That's just humanism. Feminism is specific. Woman, hear me roar. It's all about me. It has nothing to do with the other person. It's just strictly about women. You know what I'm saying? But being a human being, we all got to work. So I just feel like a lot of times, if we're honest, we are really regurgitating what white society told us what's valuable and what's not. And I hear that oftentimes, mostly from the women's side than the men. I think a lot of men are now starting to sound a little more conservative in their talking points with this, this current social political regime we under. But a lot of talking points that women kick really be coming from white people and what they told you was valuable or not. So I just find that really strange when we had these conversations, and how quick women are to just try to demonize men and just say stuff. I heard, I think a shorty up top, pretty intellectual, like to say, "Oh, men aren't a part of the infrastructure today." That's not true, and it just diminishes men as laborers. Like, if you go get a trade, you're not just a laborer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can start if you got a skill like HVAC, mechanics, engineering. These are some really high paying, high skilled jobs that AI can't replace. A lot of jobs that women have today are they only can have them based on infrastructure only made. In other words, if shit hit the fan, your PR job is not going to matter. You doing nails is not going to matter. You know what I'm saying? Your digital real estate or digital advertising skills are really not going to matter when shit get real. It's going to come from who's going to be able to get out there in that field, get their hands dirty, put out a few fires, actually build stuff. It's like the real fundamentals of real life, not the digital world that was created based on the luxury of men already civilized and everything. So now they got a whole bunch of subcultures of jobs that really didn't exist 20 years ago. Men did that. That doesn't take away from women. It's just that women are so competitive with men. It's like, well, you do what I could do. It's like that whole spirit of I can do whatever you do. It's not getting anybody anywhere. Like, men are not fighting to wear heels with y'all. Men are not fighting to try to be what y'all are. We like, hey, we can't do what you can do. But why can't women just admit that they can't do what men can do? It doesn't take nothing away from a woman. I don't want to see my woman climbing a damn 40-story building with some shit on her back trying to work on the scaffold. I don't want to see that shit. You can prove that you can do it. Great. Congratulations. You can work on the scaffold. But do you really want to do that? Is that really something that you're really into? I remember, and I'm going to be sure. I remember I was on a podcast a little while ago, and they did an actual study of the type of jobs that women like like 90 put like this 95 to like 99% of the real infrastructure jobs in the world are done by men. And when they asked women if they wanted to do those jobs, most women said no. Will they do them? Yes. And most women will do it just to prove a point or because they don't have a choice. But if they had a choice, I don't think most women want to do these hard, overbearing jobs. And I don't think men want them to do it either because it takes away from their femininity. Just like if a man plays in has a feminine role or does a feminine passive job, it takes away from his masculinity. Just because we can do what the other can do doesn't mean we're designed to do it. But I'm gonna land right there.
All right, hold on. I know Ty wanted to jump in. Ish, did you want to jump in? Did you want to respond?
I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna let Ty, and then I come back around after Ty finish. But a quick Google search will literally shut y'all up. Like, please just Google, will the world crumble if men quit or women? It's gonna tell you women. Because the main reason is because we pour so much into the market. We spend a lot of money. It's gonna tell you that because it's true facts. The GDP will drop so like it wouldn't work
in one day if women stop right.
Dollar bill is not even
turned down. Hold on, let me just read it verbatim. If women stop working today, the economy would experience a severe downturn due to massive drop in GDP, collapsing sectors like healthcare and education, and a significant drop in consumer spending. We knew that. The absence of nearly half the workforce would lead to major disruptions, including labor shortages in critical fields, widespread poverty, and a sharp decline in economic activity and innovation. Like, just saying that type of stuff sounds insane.
Well, who said the world will fall apart if y'all couldn't work? Like, nobody said that. I never said that.
We just saying if women.
You're not listening, sir.
I am listening. Hold on.
Let her talk. Was shaking their head yes when we were like, y'all don't think the world will fall apart if women stop working? If half the workforce decided to not work anymore, the economy wouldn't fall. They're like, no, of course not. We would find a way. We would lose 21 billion in one day.
I mean, the whole world. I mean, the world needs everybody.
Middle class. And I just want to pick with you, philosophical. You talking about men out here not trying to be women? Yes, they are. Yes, they literally are.
I mean, the ones that call it. Yeah, hold on. Let me respond to that. The only men that's trying to be women, we already know what type of men those are, and those are the men. Hold on. Let me finish.
No, we already know what type of men. Finish though. She's still not.
All right, go. All right. Y'all go ahead. I thought she was finished. I was just responding, but I guess you still got more to say, Ty. I'm sorry. Can I respond?
Go ahead.
Is that a thumbs up? Pretty intellectual. Is that a pass? Okay. So, like I was saying, we all know what type of men like to do that. But those are the men that y'all befriend the most. So don't bring them men up when you try to make a point, because if anybody coddles those type of men and make those men feel proud to be women, it's black women. So let's stop that right there.
We're not talking about that.
That's not a lie. That's not
who she's discussing, though. That's not.
But them the only men that want to be women. Who else want to be women?
She said men want to be women. And so
Who else
No,
wants to be
she's
women?
not saying all men want to be women. She's referencing like if you
he didn't
go
say
on
that
if
either,
you
though.
go on social media, right? You'll see men who say things like women live life on easy mode. Women don't really have to do anything. And when you
That
listen
means
to
I
them,
want
you
to be a
can
woman.
hold. Well, I
It
could.
was a soft man life. Yes, I think that
That's up to
I mean,
interpretation. That's not the same thing.
if you embrace your masculinity, you wouldn't even be concerned about if a woman is living a soft life or not.
or not.
It wouldn't even be really a
So what about
discussion.
the women who want to be men, who want to make money like men, who want to run houses like men? Like, do they want to be guys, or they just want their own independence?
They could be highly masculine. They
So they want
could
to be
be.
guys.
They could be, but that's why we said we're not discussing all men. We're discussing the specific ones who make those types of statements. When you say, any human being is living on easy mode, you're pretty much robbing them of the human experience of providing for oneself, living on their own, conquering challenges. A woman's life is not set on easy mode. Now, in comparison to other countries, does it tend to be a little bit less difficult because we're not in manual labor? We might not be out farming and tilling the field. It's still a weird statement to say that someone is living life on easy mode. And if you're a man and proud to be a man, you're not bothered by the fact that your life is on hard mode. You're just living in your masculinity and doing so. There's no need to berate a woman's experience just because maybe your life is seen as more difficult. We're
Was
not
that somebody here?
discussing men like you guys. That's
Did
not who
somebody
she's
say that
speaking
here?
about.
Did
I
somebody say that
mean,
here, that
that's
it was easy mode?
No, I didn't say, but she's referencing those type of men who make statements like that. No one here has
but
said that,
that
but we don't also represent every man, woman,
but
and
that don't
child in the
equate to
world.
wanting to be a woman,
We
though.
don't.
That don't equate to
Look,
that.
they're literally saying that they do, but I was just throwing a jab your way because you said men are out here not trying to be like women. I'm like, they literally are. Like,
I didn't say
But that example is not. But the only I hear y'all.
The example of women wanting to be like men is women wanting to work. So it's not women going out and growing beards.
Nah, that's not the
It's not
example
us
I'm
having
gonna use.
fitteds and snapbacks. It's not
That's
us sagging our pants and wearing boxers. It's not us putting on J's, and it's none of that. It's
There
us.
are women that do that.
there are women that do that literally.
Yeah, but
But it's
we know
okay.
what they are too, just like he said about the
Correct.
there
guys who
are
do
men
it.
that wear
It
heels.
would be
There
the
are men that wear
Those won't be the
dresses.
arguments I would bring up, though.
argument. So
There
I
you
wouldn't bring that up.
saying, so you
Well,
I didn't
saying
say
We gotta do
that's what
one
I
mic, y'all. We
you
gotta
folks
do
you're
the
one
way you
mic.
saying
explained
that
it.
there's men who want life on easy mode would be equivalent to you saying women want to be men because women want to be out here doing these certain jobs. Maybe women like to work in those labor jobs. Maybe women want to be welders. I literally have a friend who is in welding school right now. She's a beautiful woman. She wants to be a welder.
What's the exactly? How many women want to do that, though?
It's got to be less than 5%.
Exactly.
There are women who desire these positions. These women do not want to be men.
It's
These
a quick
women
Google search about
So let me tell you what I mean by that.
want to do these roles.
So can I tell you what
are
I mean by
making
that?
wild
Hold on,
accusations
Ella, hold on.
as well. Okay. You were also making wild accusations. Nobody made the assumption that dressing up was what we were talking about. It was clearly about how we decide to show up in society. And you stating that women wanted to do these certain jobs, make certain decisions, that you said to be a woman, women want to go out. You literally said women want to be men. They don't want to stay at home. They don't want to talk about being a mother. They don't want to stay in the house and cook. You literally brought those as the examples of womanhood. And women are saying, I'm more than that. I learned to cook at 13. When I got puberty, I was able, when I hit puberty, I was able to have kids. Those are things that before I was even an adult, I knew how to do, right? However, everything else I've done since then that I'm genuinely proud of, things I've worked for, that is a part of my humanity. And that goes back to what I said earlier with Kiana. The reason why feminism is necessary is because men have consistently denied us of our humanity, and they've chosen to box us in and to say womanhood, your humanity, is children, cooking, house. And women have said, no, I want more. And that's your problem.